16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Dun, dun, dun.
Welcome back to Squad 20. We're on episode 6, where our heroes just dismantled an entire village of Wolfsgat people who were attempting to execute some Aether Guard soldiers. You've hired a fishing vessel to take you down the Torador River, hot on the front of being chased by the soldiers of the Jarl, seeing as Angharad just dove straight up into the sky and then down to the ship where everyone could see. And so now various other longships are readying in the harbor, and you can hear the hoofbeats of horses galloping along the edge of this very wide and yet still, it's a river, but you can see the other side of it, but it is still a very wide river. As you immediately begin to move, you have 5 Aether Guard soldiers with you in the boat who are currently unarmed, and you also have the 2 Wolfsgat people who own this boat who are currently rowing fairly well, but not really that quickly, as the Aether Guard have begun to grab oars and assist the movement of the ship. But be that as it may, you can still see more gathering, and the horses are riding up the sides along the shore.
Worm, hold up some gold. I look at the rowers and say,
they're kind of looking at the commotion.
Keep us safe, and this will continue to pour into your purse.
They kind of eye each other, and they look over at all of the Jarl's men. All right.
Camille will pull out a short sword, and it has the same green steel as his hammer. And he gets one of the Aether Guard that's not rowing, and he just tosses over to him.
Catches it.
That might come in handy for you.
I don't understand, but I didn't understand why you had helped us, but now perhaps I do.
And then the cloth falls away from the hammer. All right, friends. Looks like we made another enemy.
The boat is beginning to pick up speed, but so are the ones in pursuit. Horsemen are beginning to gallop alongside the shore, and you see them beginning to pull out bows and line up arrows.
Frinia, do you have the ability to augment the water?
I don't at the moment, but I could throw a moonbeam on the other boat. I haven't used my moonbeam spell yet. Is that a possibility?
When it gets in range, yes.
Oh, great.
How far's the boat now?
It's a couple hundred feet, but it is closing in.
Target the archers.
Could I shoot a hole in it?
With what?
The old 24K gold?
You could certainly attempt to do so.
Could I establish a wind wall?
That's actually really good. Because the wind wall
You want to
blows their sail.
I mean, that will mess up your thing, because you can't really shoot through it.
Well, shoot
giant gale of wind.
The wind wall is good because it'll actually slow their sails down.
It will.
All right.
It will also cause them to have to fight against it.
No, that sounds great.
What does everyone see as Angharad stands at the bow, at the back of the boat and raises and begins to cast?
Oh, me? What does Angharad
Yeah.
say?
No, wait. What does everyone see as you?
I'm so sorry.
It's your wind wall.
I mean,
We know what his looks like, but
we know what his wind looks like, guys. Angharad raises her wings and floats slightly above the beams, and she begins to conjure. And a whistle tone high above that she learned from her cousin pushes the wind wall, and it pushes, and the people behind her and the boats are going against the wind.
Yeah, they're rowing hard. You see their muscles bulge and the sails begin to waggle as they hit this wind wall with great force. And as they're kind of pushing against it, the sky opens up and a silvery beam of radiant fire pierces down and sets the boat completely ablaze as you just see Phinia over in the side, her arms outstretched.
Oh dear.
Kriel looks at her. Ha! Didn't see that coming from her.
You see some of the men kind of dive off into the water, screaming as they're trying to bat the burning off of their hide. The horsemen on the edge though continue to ride up alongside, bows drawn. So you two could do something. What would you like to do?
Bows are drawn, huh?
Bows are drawn and aiming towards the ship that you're on.
I'd love to try this new one out.
Don't bring up no little gunfight.
How far are they?
Though they're well within range. Would you like to shoot the horse or the rider?
The rider. The rider.
All right, go ahead and give me a shot. And you have an additional +1 from the magic of this gun.
9
On the die,
on the die.
it's +7.
That's right. So 16.
16 will be enough to get this gun.
Whoa.
I put it on the old forearm.
Go ahead and roll 3d4 plus 4.
4.
Yeah.
2. 6. 4. 10. Plus 4. This math has left me.
3 for your dexterity, 1 for the weapon.
That's right.
So it's 14.
14. So there's a spurt of blood as the thing just clips him in the upper arm. And he rolls back, the shot flying off wild into the sky.
Do the trick.
And then there's a second archer on another horse. What would you like to do?
I too shall moonbeam with my friend. Do I need to roll?
No.
Well, yes.
They will need to roll to avoid it.
Okay. How it happens is her hands are out doing a moonbeam. Does the camera stay or can it zoom? It's at stage.
It'll stay.
She's moonbeaming. He grabs her wrists and an additional moonbeam goes.
That's my favorite way to moonbeam. Thank you, Stormy.
I channel your energy.
I love it.
Excellent.
Beautiful. Is it going on the archer or on the other boat? On the boat.
It rains on the man.
The man on the horse.
Yes.
There is no way to not include the horse.
The horse as well.
The horse will
Kill everything. Everything.
The grass.
Go ahead.
Yes, the bugs and the dirt. The microscopic in the air. Kill it.
ahead and roll 2d10 for me.
2d10. D9, 10. 10.
12.
10.
That's 12. Stormy, it's the other one. See? Hold it up. Take a break.
That's 6.
Storm. They look like the 8s, but they're not the 8s, they're 10s.
Maybe it's a shark
Let's see.
pulling the shark.
So close.
You're rubbing every dice at the money. Stormy.
It's the one with 10 sides.
Shit.
What is that?
4.
Okay, you get to roll the other one and then add them together.
7.
11.
11 damage.
11.
The silvery beam pierces down from the sky, completely encompassing the horse and rider. And as that happens, the horse is singed to the point where all of its mane is like burned away and its flesh begins to melt, and you can see parts of its ribs and bone as it rears back and tears off away as the rider gets also, quite badly burned. But he's like calling for the horse to rear up. You didn't kill the horse, but you hurt it enough that it does not want to do anything that the rider is making it try to do it for. Put it off away from battle.
Idiot.
The other archer's still there?
The other archer is still there, and I think at this point, Camille, you still have something you can try.
So you're going to see him just staring at it, and this little stone orb kind of just hovers above his head and starts to spin. I'm going to telekinesis my pet rock at it.
Okay.
Attack roll. 17 plus my stats should be 24.
That'll do it.
It takes 4 7 damage.
Okay.
And it comes back to me.
Okay. The archer, once again, he kind of
Same
like,
one he shot.
yeah, he starts to recover from the shot to his arm as this rock just bends him on its side.
Shot, yes! Not my day.
He rolls a 2 on his check to stay upon the mount as he sails off the horse, crashing into the snow and rubbles
Dante from Clark.
as the horse goes here. The horse just kind of rears up and circles back around to pick up the rider as you continue on down the river, rowing as much your hired men as well as the Aether Guard, putting everything they've got into maneuvering this boat forward. And soon the shouts and the horses are in the distance as the snow gently begins to fall down around you.
Well done.
You do not let up on the ship's movement.
What do you think the price of property would be there? It'd be a great place for a summer home.
After a little bit of time, when you feel like the coast is relatively clear, the boat does slow down as the men are starting to get real tired from rowing and the adrenaline has worn down. Things begin to ease up. The water is still quite violent. The boat is rocking a fair bit back and forth, and white-capped waves occasionally slash against the side. But it is cold, but peaceful. Snow continues to fall more and more, and a light wind has begun to pick up, whistling across in the trees and picking up some of the snow and cascading it along the sides of the shore off in the distance you can see. And it is very chilly out here on the river.
Should we do a cold plunge?
Ooh.
Just for funsies.
I will if you will.
Why not?
Yeah?
I'll stay up here.
Storm,
Yes,
you tough enough to do a cold plunge with us?
we shall get naked and hug in the cold water together, so we are as one. Maybe we will cross paths with each other as solids.
On second thought, Worm.
Yeah. Maybe when it's not so cold.
I'm fine up here.
No pallets crossing today.
Phineas' 3 animals have like burrowed themselves into your cliff. They're huddled together for warmth.
Dover as well is in agreement, like,
Yeah, he's cold-blooded, so this is very unpleasant.
We all kind of curiously look over at these Aether Guard. We just lost a lot of status in that town for you.
We didn't ask you to do that.
Well, we did it for Adira.
We're very grateful, at the very least. If he hadn't stepped in, we most certainly would have been crushed by that ogre. He seemed rather eager.
Eager ogres are the worst.
and we thank you for supplying manpower as well.
We do.
Of course.
Helps us very much.
It's the least we could do after saving our lives. The 2 Northmen just kind of like, so, who exactly are you to be running away from one of the Jarls of Eastjabik? Fine then, keep your secrets.
We're paying you to ride a boat.
Aye, you paying for my silence as well?
Storm, let him know the cost of silence.
Will you speak?
I do enjoy a good spoken.
You are going to speak and tell people.
Not necessarily.
If you do, I shall bend down and pull that nest egg underneath your legs and mash it into peanut butter. May I roll for that?
Picking up intimidation, yeah?
10. Plus,
Intimidation.
yes.
Okay. He kind of like
The old peanut butter way.
yeah. The other guy looks a little more frightened than the larger one and the older one, because as fair enough. Can't speak about what I don't know.
Good. And we're in accord.
The wind continues to pick up and the snow begins to fall more and more. You can't even see the shore anymore. It's so white.
How much farther have we?
Well, if you're going to Nesting Rock, it'll be a couple of days.
Oof.
That's not so bad. It's brisk. Puts hair on your chest.
We'll need to stay warm. You're fine with furs. I'm fine. Do you have any spare fur?
Phineas.
Oh, Phineas. Where did you get all that?
That's for me to know and you to maybe not find out later.
Phineas.
Lots of secrets among this group.
Just take them.
So Camille will pass out furs.
Think she's gonna run it with?
It's all right. I don't need any. I've got my familiars to keep me warm.
Good. So, do I know where we're going still? Like, is this still the path?
The river only goes south, so there aren't many other options for them to take, and this was your intended
Path.
traversal path.
But we don't know what to do beyond this, do we?
Well, you know to get to Nesting Rock, and then from there, it's a short jaunt up into Fallen Fang, and then once you're there, you're supposed to start checking out the villages that have been marked to see where the orb can be found.
Once we reach the nesting rock, I should be able to guide us without any problem to Fallen Fang. It is the place of my birth.
Yes.
That's wonderful.
Excellent.
Okay.
Shall I sing you a birthday tune?
That's not the day of my birth, it's the place of my birth. But I would never refuse a song by you, Anharad.
The wind has picked up significantly more, whipping Angrad's hair all around and causing quite the sight for Camille's hair.
I would love to get a little practice in with Dover, warming my hands with his fire. Ooh. Nice, Dover.
It's like a little like
About 6 inches?
yeah.
Oh, perfect.
How do you stay warm on a boat like this? Just wrap up, or do you get sleep? You have a fire, no?
You could get a fire going, yeah. There is like a hole in the center of the deck where you could put a fire down beneath. It's just you have to really watch it because it is a wood ship.
And wings, just saying.
Well, we have lead and steel right here.
It's no idiots. Drink.
Phinia,
Yes.
do you have a hot tea potion?
Oh, I do. Yes. A little bit of, a tiny bit of fur, a tiny bit of ivy, and a little bit of snow, magical snow, and it all comes together and whoosh. There you go.
Thank you. Drink up. Cheers to, the squad. If only we had a name.
Cheers.
Phinia, did you put a little extra something?
I love a touch of whiskey now and again.
Well, that'll keep us warm.
Thunder booms overhead and lightning arcs through the sky.
Is that normal for this region?
Yeah.
Normal.
Does it hit anything near us?
Not at the moment.
All right. That's good.
Are we just resting
At the moment.
at the moment?
Unless you want to help with the boat, but you have a lot of able-bodied individuals
Yeah,
to do that.
no.
So. The Aether Guard are perfectly willing to row as payment for saving their life.
And I'm perfectly willing to watch.
What were you doing the wolves get?
We were conducting Aether Guard business.
What does that mean?
Means we were performing a task that was given to us in the region. We were careless and were picked up by the Wolves Get soldiers.
Can we roll for investigation?
You can roll for insight.
And insight.
Yes. It's a
All of us? Inside.
Anybody who is interested.
All right.
21.
17.
18.
D20.
That's why
Spill the beans. And 20.
So you definitely pick up like they seem really cagey and nervous. You can smell their fear. And something else, but
Ass.
they've likely been prisoners for a while.
Yes. Yes. Smells like my butthole in the morning.
Speak.
He looks over at the two Wolves Get individuals Perhaps out of prying ears would be better. If we stop to rest, we shall tell you more. The wind continues to pick up and thunder cracks overhead and dark clouds begin to roil in and the snow begins to turning into hail as it pelts the tops of the ship.
Is it dangerous?
You can make a nature check.
Oh, let's do it. 10 plus 4, so 14.
Okay. If you'd like, you can also cast Druidcraft,
Oh,
which will benefit this as well.
I would love to do that. Yes, I would like to cast Druidcraft.
So outstretching your hand, a little weather sensor, kind of like an image in your hand appears that begins to tell you kind of the forecast of the weather. And what you see in your hand is a blizzard snowstorm tempest.
Oh, what is it, Finia? It's a blizzard snowstorm tempest. Oh.
Which means that we are what?
Oh,
The waves have begun to get rather large and the ship is starting to rock
we could be in trouble.
We should find cover. Is there a cave or something nearby?
Survival.
15 plus 6, so it's a 21.
This is a very rocky terrain, and as you look on the shorelines, you do see lots of rock outcroppings, fjords, and risen parts of land. So it would make sense that there are likely caves scattered up and down this riverside.
Are they safe, the caves?
That's a good question.
Could I?
You would have to get closer and take a better look at the...
I could investigate that.
Yeah.
I would appreciate it.
Worm, would you like to come into my astral wings? We could give a quick flyover. Let's do it. See if it's safe.
So what does this look like?
She's a bit cold. She asks if Dover could warm her up just a bit so her wings work. Dover. Thank you. Oh, watch the edges, Dover. And you can sit on the edge.
Gives her a nice full coat. Like curing paint.
Oh, Dover.
He's the cutest thing. He's not even an item, but we can see him. It's like I can just see him on your shoulder.
But I told you the booties would come in handy.
Definitely.
His feet are nice and warm.
They are.
Yeah, you'll valet to add that to his character.
So they lift up, and she's... How far away are we from the shore?
I would say probably a couple 100 feet. You wanted to keep a good distance in case there are any more travelers or riders.
All right. Worm, how is your sight? It seems a little bit
Your dark vision is allowing you to see a little bit better in the snowstorm, although it is still quite blinding. It's it's near whiteout condition.
Okay. So we need to be closer.
Yes.
I'm gonna hover slowly, but your dark vision is a bit better than mine. Keep an eye out. She nervous, they seem.
Well, I will say, Angarad, as an Elysian elf, you actually can see better in storms than otherwise.
I'm glad you will say that.
So your vision is actually not that bad. You can see the shore quite well through the snow and mist.
Worm, I don't think you can see this, but not only do I see a fjord and a cave, I see a fire that's been unattended. Might keep us warm, but I have questions. Is it safe to go on shore here where the fire is?
You certainly could fly over.
I will.
Are you taking Worm with you?
Of course.
Okay. I would like a Constitution save as you fly through the hailstorm.
Ooh. Shall I save with a 8-sided die?
No. And this will be the 20 side of the Constitution save.
You could save with an 8, but you'll probably fail. Oh, that's good.
Oof.
It's a 15 plus the Constitution.
That's one.
Oh, 16?
Okay. That'll be enough to get you across to the shore, where you do see that there is indeed a cave opening that has a very darkened kind of fire pit on the inside, as if someone had used it for shelter sometime in the past and didn't clean up after themselves.
How long ago?
That is a good question. Would you like to examine the fire?
I would like to examine.
Okay. I think this would be survival.
Okay.
It is cold, so it definitely wasn't super recent. but it also hasn't been picked away by the wind and other bits of time and decay. So it's hard to say. This isn't really your area, but you'd say it was not recent, but not forever ago either.
And the cave is right there as well?
This is in the cave.
This is in the cave.
Yeah, you're in the cave.
Yeah.
Okay.
Worm, you've taught me everything I know. It seems like they haven't been here quite recently, but you're quite crafty and knowledgeable in these things. So chance that you could double check?
Shall I investigate further?
Sure.
There we go.
The old Dusky Zero.
Dusky Zero.
All right.
National Dusky.
You see a couple of things.
It's written all over it.
First of all, not only do you see that there is this ancient fire pit, you would guess it's been a couple of weeks since it was last used. The wood is not from this region. It appears to be foreign wood from somewhere else, or strange type of material. Like it doesn't seem like the type of like pine wood that you get in this region, so it came from somewhere else. You also detect that there's remnants of like a faint smell in the air that reminds you of like body sweat that's been lingering for some time in like the nooks and crannies of this cave. And there is also signs of foot traffic. There's like you see like broken twigs and kind of rubble that's been scuffed aside. You can kind of detect where there might have been some movement of boots in that area as well. It's very difficult to know much more beyond that because it has been some time, but you do feel a slight kind of slow gusting of air coming from inside this cave versus the outside, which makes you think there might be like little cracks in the stone that leads further on to other caverns or something like that.
Worm, I think we should get the others. I have a strange sense in my wings. Something that maybe Phinia could help with.
Let's see if they want to come here and relax, or if we carry on.
And I would say with that natural 20, you do indeed, kind of as you continue examining that along those cracks, you do indeed think that there are definitely further tunnels and caverns beyond this one, but they are behind these like cracks in the stone.
Perhaps catacombs, perhaps items?
Well, yes. Shall we get the others?
Let's do that.
When you emerge from the cave, you find the storm is really beginning to pick up now. You can see the ship out there, its sails like buffeting back and forth, and you can hear the shouts of the men on the ship trying desperately to row it to shore as it gets turned around that way and the other way.
Tell us you found something.
How far away are they?
A couple hundred feet.
Darn it. I want to...
We can't fall in. We can't.
They're having difficulty pulling into the side of the river because the water is being torn around back and forth from the torrential wind.
Is there a way I can assist tying up the ship?
Yeah, you can move down to the side and like kind of get yourself ready as they begin to make their way.
Okay.
The ship itself is having difficulty getting to the shore. Okay. The Aether Guard are rowing as hard as they can, and the Wolves get met just as the sails. You certainly could. How many?
I'll just on a rudder and start.
Okay.
Stone, take the other side. Oh, yes.
If each of you would like to give me an athletics check. What check?
18.
Athletics.
16.
Under strength.
4.
7 plus 3, 10.
18 plus 1, 19, actually.
Okay. Throwing yourselves into the rudders and the oars, you are able to move the ship painfully slowly over to the side as water continues to slash against the side. You get a torrential pour of salt water up and over top, completely soaking your bodies, and the hail continues to pound down, and the wind icily chills you to the bone as it comes across your soaking wet forms until finally there's a thud as the ship scrapes against the side of the shore.
I'll jump up and just...
The wind is howling as you can see trees bending over and as the hail starts to go sideways.
Island, what have you found?
We found safe harbor. It seems like there's other things that...
The cave goes much deeper.
Let's go.
Let's go. It doesn't matter. Let's go.
Take us there. What are the Aether Guard doing?
They're kind of getting themselves ready to follow, but they don't want to be out here either.
Okay, and the two...
Them two, they seem a little less bothered by the storm. They're tying up the boat, and they're just kind of like, shielding themselves as best they can, but they seem to be at home. They're just tying up the boat and getting everything ready, and they're kind of calling it was like, we've got to ensure the boat is tied properly or the wind will tear her apart.
Fair enough. What have we got? I look over to, I don't expect to see them in the morning.
I don't think so either.
I have a feeling we'll be abandoned.
Oh no. Well, what are we gonna do?
There's not much we can do in this storm, though.
So we have the gold, the furs,
I've got everything.
and the trusty pistol.
Then let's move to the cave.
We enter the cave.
Okay. It is cold, but warmer than it is outside, and dry, which is important. The dripping of your soaking wet clothes upon the stone is the only thing that you can hear echoing across the,
I'd like to muster up as many twigs and leaves and whatnot that I can to kind of reignite this fire.
It's all soaking wet, but you can get a fire going with such a damp fuel. So you can give me a survival check to kind of see how well you can get that going.
9 plus
The wisdom.
plus 0.
So you've got the damp fuel and you've got it in the fire pit and you're trying to get a fire going. It just won't seem to, even Dover, it just won't seem to light. It's just too damp.
Good try, buddy.
Can you summon fire?
Could I do druidcraft to summon fire?
Yep.
All right, we'll do it. Thank you, Phineas.
He stood there suffering. I can't get it. She's like,
I've never done fire before for druidcraft. It's exciting.
Steam billows out of the fire pit until finally you see little laps and flickers of so a little tiny ember begins to form in the
I
fire.
did it.
well done, Philia. Well done.
Thank you.
Your three animals immediately jump out and just start putting themselves up against this little tiny ember flickering in the...
I think we'll probably do a short rest of fire to dry up.
Yes.
Yeah. As you get yourself situated, you get your clothes sorted out, yeah. They're also kind of taking...
And the two guys are still up on the boat?
Yeah, they're lashing it down and they're tying it to trees.
I'll stand by the mouth of the cave to keep an eye on them.
Sure.
Tell my friends what you know.
Now tell us.
Inky Storm?
Yes.
Such clear communication.
Yes.
We were involved in transporting relic steel from the Ordale Mountains out to the rest of the Aether Guard. The Wolfsget saw us as smugglers, Iltharian sympathizers, and so they imprisoned us and sought to execute us for such crimes.
This is what you couldn't say in front of them?
The Ordale dwarves do not have good relations with Wolfsget, but they are the crafters of the finest of relic. The Wolfsget do not appreciate that the Ordale dwarves sell to both Iltharian and Aetherguard alike.
Can I do an insight check to see if you're lying or not?
Yes, you can.
All right.
Nice.
I've got a 12 plus 3, so 15.
He seems to be honest to you. You don't get the sense that he's nervous or trying to he's not he doesn't seem finicky or fidgety. He does seem uncomfortable just talking about this. You just try to get the sense that he's not happy that he's disclosing this, but he feels like he owes you.
I'll let you know. I work for the Aether God.
I assumed it.
I'm out of Squad 19, the last survivor. These mercenaries were hired to work with me to go back into Fallen Fang.
Ah,
So you're speaking amongst allies.
very well then.
Friends.
We are together.
Understood.
Good point.
Yes.
We were given several stacks of coins to exchange to the Ordale Warlord. In exchange, the Warlord was going to provide us safe transport through the Iltharian territories. But we did not want to trek a shipment of Rennick steel all the way through Lotharian territory where any warlord could pillage it. So we were attempting to see if we could establish a route going north through Wolfsgate. We made it reasonably far, but eventually we were careless and they stumbled upon our stash of Rennick steel. It is a very rare metal. We are forced to obtain it where we can, though the Ordale dwarves are indeed of the old order, Imperial Iltharians, and they would gladly reaffirm the Empire. There are very few places we can attain this steel. It is forged from the Renacana crystals that are buried within the Ordale Mountains. The dwarves there have created a bit of a monopoly on its obtainment, but also in their refinement strategies. They are the best of all that there is. We have little choice but to work with those Iltharians, something the Wolfsgate are all too familiar with, and thus they have dubbed the Aether Guard no better than them.
You can't blame them for the thought.
Of course not. I can't blame them for trying to kill me.
Of course.
Worm. That fire is getting quite nice and warm, but you feel a cold brush of air at your back, though you are facing in the direction of the cave mouth.
I'd like to investigate these cracks.
As you turn to investigate the crack, you see that the crack is no longer there. Instead, there is a tunnel filled with individuals who look rather angry, wielding blades and armor. And as they filter into the cave, they shout, "Defilers of Renacana! Users of Rennick steel! We shall slay you all!"
Oh, no.
Come here.
I turn to face them. What are they?
You see one individual in the lead has the head of a dinosaur, dressed in ruby red armor, wielding a ruby blade. Behind them are two ashen-faced elves with black leather and plate accompanying them, each of them wielding a very nicely crafted sword. A bugbear in dark purple vestments who is kind of at an angle with their arms stretched outwards, daggers in each hand. And in the back, there is another elf, sort of bruise-colored skin, who is dressed in long flowing red robes, who appears to be and they have sigils upon each of them of a sun with a smaller blue sun on the inside.
This opening was not here before when I looked.
Are these guys just pour out?
They're pouring out, readying their blades, and the Aether Guard with you are sort of getting to their feet, the one pulling out the blade that you gave them and preparing to defend
I'll
themselves.
say in Elvish, not an enemy. Otherad, you're up.
Okay.
All who wield the Rennick steel are defilers of the sacred Renacana of the earth.
Jackson? Is that you? I recognize that room anywhere.
I mean, you could make a deception check. Make a deception check.
Yes, really? I was going to see if I could persuade them to at least stop for a moment, but I'll do a deception.
Give that a shot, then.
Okay. So rolling for persuasion to see if we can figure out who they are and just chat a little before we battle. Darn it. 17.
Good.
Those of Elysia are just as guilty as those of the Rennick steel. You will all perish here now.
Wait.
In the name of the Heliacal Prime.
Well, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, not.
All right. We asked you nicely.
I guess we're rolling it again.
And I'm like,
Yeah. Any chance this is magic? Could this be an illusion?
Ooh.
Question.
I would say you do not believe, I'm kind of going off of that previous natural 20, you believe that there was likely some sort of sliding door,
Okay.
but it's only accessible from the other side.
Got it. Okay. Oh.
so do they look like they're just coming at us?
They are coming at you with blades drawn.
Storm?
Oh,
Let's go.
Looks like it's time to eat.
I was wondering, could I summon my animals, the conjure animal spell?
All right, we're going to roll initiative.
All right.
What do we have for Storm?
10.
10 for Storm.
10 plus 4. 14.
14.
12 for Camille.
17 for Phinia.
8 for Unharmed.
15 for Warren.
And sorry, vocals.
Sorry, was that?
What was Upper Rock, right? 8. Does Worm or Storm wish to swap initiative with anyone?
I'm happy to.
I'm on. What was that on 4?
So we have Finia on 17, Storm on 14, Camille on 12, Ankarad on 8, Worms on 13.
Should I?
Worm or Storm could swap initiatives.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what these guys are going to do.
Yeah.
Trying to think about our party dynamics. Who could go first? Like, what's good? Like, you probably don't.
Right now, Finia would be the first among you.
That's fine.
Oh.
That's probably pretty good. Spellcasting and yes, no, okay.
After Finia, it's going to be Storm.
Okay.
Then it's going to be Worm. Then Camille. Then Ankarad.
I got an idea.
I should probably go before Worm because I can situate.
So you and Worm could swap.
Want to swap?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That's good because I can get in and hopefully get sneak attack
Good.
while I distract them in combat.
All right.
I can be in the back looking pretty.
Flinging insults.
Okay.
Can I see your spell? That's probably not.
Yes.
Up first is going to be the Bugbear. He is going to lunge forward towards the closest targets, which is going to, I think, be Worm. So you see this massive Bugbear just be like, "You little goblin," and he'll lunge up to you with his 2 blades drawn, and he's going to swing.
Can I use better luck next time?
That makes it so you can't be surprised, correct?
Sure. That's right. It's absurd luck allows you to react even when the enemy gets the drop one.
I'll tell you what, because Bugbears have a surprise attack feature that adds an extra die when they get to hit first. I will negate that.
Nice.
Yes.
So what we'll do is I'll see if how the roll is, and then you can tell me how your luck is able to save additional
Deal.
supplies.
Don't forget about your uncanny dodge if he manages to get a lot.
That's right.
So the first dagger comes streaking towards you, and you're able to leap out of the way as it slams into the stone behind. But then, unfortunately, you miss the second one that comes out with a 17 to hit, which I think is going to get your armor class, right?
Yes. 15. Yes.
So you are going to take 6 piercing damage and 7 poison damage.
Son of a bitch.
Can uncanny dodge affect both of those in the same?
I think it affects the total.
Okay. Yeah, you could use uncanny dodge now.
Okay.
So if you take uncanny dodge, you will only take 3 piercing and 4 poison.
I can use that?
You can use it right now.
Okay.
So as this Bugbear comes at you with 2 daggers, both your luck and your ability to dodge has saved you from taking the brunt of the blow. Okay. Then Finia, you wanted to conjure some animals?
Oh, yes. I was wondering if I could conjure some magical panthers.
Panthers.
Yes. Large ones. Very oversized.
That's brilliant.
Dire Pat could do something. Well,
Dire panthers.
Dinosaur panthers. They're so big they crush us.
Okay.
can we
Does that work?
be that creative?
You can. Unfortunately, the mechanics.
You absolutely can. You conjure nature spirits that appear as a large pack of animals that you get to decide what they are.
And I decide they're
A
giant.
large pack of giant panthers just fills the cave.
Holy shit.
How many? What did you use these horses?
So it fills a space of let's see.
So which one went up to attack him?
It was the Bugbear.
Okay, so one bugbear up.
Bugbear. Going up. What is the size of the area? An occupied space.
There's not that many panthers because they're very large, so there wouldn't be that many to fit in there.
Sure. Anyway, yeah, I guess so.
Stagger.
But a pack of panthers does appear. Where are you trying to throw the panthers? You want them to be like at the end where the
Got
enemies?
that right.
All right.
Let's take that to the rescue.
They are going to make.
She's getting feistier as we go. I'm so friendly. That's like, kill the ball, panthers. Moon be in the boat.
If you would like to go ahead and roll 3d10 for slashing damage.
Right.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's a 12.
This is. You're right. Okay.
That one there does. Yes.
Yep. And the other one with swords also stand by.
This one. That's the time.
That's 10.
Okay.
It has double zeros on it, but still a 10.
So it's a
Right.
it's a 10 by 10 space of panthers.
That's it?
Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
wherever.
I got 30.
Of 3.
3. Sorry.
Okay, holy crap! I was like, oh my god.
There's a 0 after
So
it.
4 times.
Okay.
And add it together. 3,
4
7,
and 1.
8. 8 slashing.
8. So we'll say that's going to be 8 against the 2 elves, or the 3 elves in the back, I guess, and then the
That's against.
sorcerer
It's against
elf.
Elf with a sword.
Well, it's a 10-foot space, so it can hit up to 4 enemies.
It can't fit in there the way it's currently laid out.
It doesn't matter. It can fit on top of anyone.
Oh, it's a spectral.
Yeah,
Holy cow!
That's bad.
it just
Okay,
fills, it just fills the space.
technically it's kicking like this.
That's what I'm
It'll
saying.
hit all 3 of the elves.
That's what I thought.
We'll put the mini here, but it's I'll get something else. Wow. We'll put these cool Dragon Ball Z dice as the
Okay.
spectral.
And those panthers are going to remain for 10 minutes, as long as you maintain concentration.
I'm gonna maintain it.
You guys back down for 10 minutes like that.
Okay.
She's just slowly passes out.
Oh, that doesn't look over there.
Is that the panther?
That's Dwarven Panther.
We'll just put the spectrum.
It's a nice dwarven force to go with our very nice dwarven force. All right, I think that's going to be your turn then, because that's an action. So is there anything you want else to do with like a bonus action or anything, or did you want to move somewhere? Is it
Do I move somewhere safe? Maybe over here.
I'd like to move somewhere safe.
Go behind Camille.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Excellent. Okay.
okay? The one in the robes at the back
Yeah.
is going to glare and just say, glare and just begin to utter some sort of chant as he just is filled with furious anger, and you see fire beginning to consume around their hands.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. Third level spell.
It is indeed.
I will use my drain mana feature to stop it, but the penitent can fill up that hammer real quick. So I have full charges. So I will then deflect it and give back the spell slot.
It's a third level spell slot that Finia just used.
Yeah, so your spell slot's now restored.
Oh, thank you.
So you can summon the panthers later today again.
The robed elf's fireball begins to cascade out as a huge explosion begins to fill the room, but then it absorbs into green electrical energy, surges over into Finia, restoring your magic power.
Thank you so much.
The dinosaur individual then, in furious anger, would like to go to Camille, but is currently looking at Storm in the way.
5, 10, yeah. He's got a choice.
So he's going to go for Storm.
He's going for Storm.
Foul demon spawn. And he'll bring his ruby sword up to attack you. 2 strikes. One is going to be a 15, which will hit. The second one's going to be a 21, which will also hit.
What's his armor class? 15? What's your armor class?
His armor class is 13.
Oh, wow. I have to change that.
Stormy, are you okay?
You're taking 2 hits with 8 each for a total of 16
Damage.
16 damage, and it flashes in brilliant, radiant light as you become blinded.
Oh, wow, that's not good.
The Aether Guard will kind of look to Camille for leadership. Or anyone, really.
He'll say, protect Finia.
Okay? All 5 of them are going to just surround Finia.
All right.
Thanks.
Only one of them has a weapon. But the others will they'll let their face.
They're bigger than I am, so
They are.
it shields me.
And then the 2 elves, each of them will outstretch their blades as radiant fire cascades out and fills the cave. If I can please get everyone to make a dexterity saving throw, 2 in a row, please.
12 is my highest.
11 is my highest.
Okay, those are failures.
13 plus 9, 21.
That's
No, that's 22.
22?
Yeah.
Is that both of them?
I know that was the highest. The opposite was 9 plus 9, 18.
18. Both of those are successes.
Yeah, you're fine. This is what you're good at. I failed.
4.
4.
1 plus 1 equals 2.
Very good. That's right.
You're doing so well, sorry.
Okay, that was a collective total 28 radiant damage surging through the cave. That's going to hit everyone, and Worm, you're only going to take half of that. So you'll take 14 radiant damage.
Touch?
Phinia, you will need to make a concentration check to see if you can maintain it after taking that hit.
All right. Oh, D20!
That's what that is.
You are unfazed.
Oh, that's so wonderful.
The Panthers want to stay.
Oh.
The Panthers remain continuing to chew into these elves that's really trying to throw. They're going to try and move out of the Panthers if they can.
They can technically. It's in there. Where they want to move over here?
Yeah, just to get further away from the Panthers and get into the fray.
Okay. The Panthers can move, though, right?
They certainly can.
And they will.
All right, Storm. There is a dinosaur man in front of you.
There is a dinosaur man in front of me, but from all the damage, you said 37 to 28, correct?
68 radiant. Yeah,
16 sword.
16 from the sword.
Yeah. Okay. 16 and then 20. Then 20. Oh, I see. I'm pretty banged up, I think.
Yes, probably.
Damn it. Yeah, I need to heal myself. I shall cure my wounds.
Okay. Do you wish to do that as a bonus action or as an action?
I don't know.
If you do it as a bonus action, you can then attack.
Yes, bonus action.
So healing word.
Healing word.
So we get to roll 2d4 and then add your wisdom modifier, which I think is 1 or 2.
Crazy they changed it, though. That's great. 2,
1.
3.
Plus your wisdom modifier.
Wisdom. 1.
So 5, 6.
6 back.
6 points of healing.
Oh, shit.
You recover 6 hit points. You know what? That's 6 more than you had. Yes, 4. And as you've expended a first level spell slot or a level 1 spell slot, and you may now take your action to do some attacking if you'd like.
I shall then take my hand axes and I throw 4 of them at the dinosaur.
Let's start hurling, and that's okay. Go ahead and give me attack roll.
3.
Wow. It's not your day, Stormy.
I'm gonna die.
Throw the Andax. He lifts his shield as it deflects off of the shield, still emblazoned with the same twin sun symbol.
Oh no.
Camille.
Oh boy. This is rough.
Death to the defilers of Renicana.
I'm gonna smugly put your head into your rib cage. I'm going to move forward to the friggin' radiant guy. So I'll just slip over here, jump up on this rock, fall over, and move into this radiant guy right here.
You got?
And I'm going to bring my hammer down upon his head. Yep. Aha. 11, 24, 15, 17.
Crown him, Camille.
17 on the elf.
On the radiant wand, yeah.
Okay. You bring your hammer down, and it is deflected from their plate armor.
I will then use a bonus action, drain mana from my hammer to give myself temporary hit points.
All right.
I will not be standing. Ooh, nice. 8, 6, and 5, 11, so 17 temporary health. And that is my turn.
Worm.
I would love to.
There's a bugbear trying to stab you.
Worm is going to roll from the stabbing, roll off to the side, take the back, jump, and double dagger down in the clavicles.
Nice.
Okay. Go ahead.
And that is with Fury of the Small.
Okay, so go ahead and give me, I guess you could do either one attack roll then the other, or you could just make both at the same time. That's fine.
All right. Yikes. Even adding them up doesn't count.
4 and 5. Ooh, now does dexterity play into that?
You do get to add dexterity and proficiency.
Plus 9?
Be 6.
6?
Yeah. It'd be plus 6.
Plus 6.
So 5 plus 6 is 11. Just not going to hit the bugbear, unfortunately. So you roll around and bring up to the side. He kind of whirls around and bring both of his blades up to deflect yours.
Bonus action?
Yeah. What would you like to do?
Get the hell out of there.
You can't do that.
All right, I stealth out.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a... Well, you could even just disengage and run back behind something. Yeah, that's okay. You could just do that.
Okay.
No roll needed?
No, if you just disengage and move away, that's fine. All right, Angarad.
Angarad, who rolled fairly not wealthy, basically realizes that her moment in this battle where our heroes, everyone's on the edge of their seat, and the music is, and you see them like, and they're getting really slaughtered, and the audience is crying, and the only thing I'm really good for is that super slow motion, like close up, where she's like, and she looks great, but she's definitely dying. Lots of damage. She needs to do a healing word on herself. Can we do bonus actions first or no?
You can.
Okay.
If you do that, you will not be able to use your action to cast another spell.
Oh, so she's dying. Does she?
If there's a spell that you would prefer to cast that is other than healing word, you might want to.
I have 2 potions.
Okay, that's right. We do have potions.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, which person would I want to hold? I mean, in a battle.
The dragon. Or
Are you looking
Leader.
for hold person?
I am looking to hold person.
If you upcast it at level 3,
Yes.
you could get 2 people.
Ooh.
Ooh. So, leader of the pack and
Maybe the bugbear dude.
bugbear.
You see this?
Yeah.
Is bugbear a monster? It's a person.
No, it's a human.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you could target these 2 if you wanted.
Okay, that's what I like to do.
Right.
Well, wait, did I look good in my close-up, everyone? As she's dying, she casts the last of her magic.
What kind of musical note did you sing to hold them in place?
Ooh, it's the highest whistle tone.
Stop in the no.
Musical note.
As the melody leaves your lips and you outstretch, you see the bugbear kind of whirling around on a worm like and his eyes look around wildly. And that means that if you hit him, you deal double damage. Every time. The dinosaur individual who is currently bearing down on Storm like the other 3 kind of like noticing the 2 of them frozen move about their heads. They get themselves ready. Hatred fills their eyes. Whatever's going to happen next, we'll have to wait till the next session.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20.